definitely looks like it. Because you look at the southern, then you look at the north.
That's what I'm thinking.
You need to recruit. They need to recruit.
Tours in front of Union Gap. Thank you everyone for being out here today. We sure appreciate it. And we've had a wonderful morning so far. We had record attendance at our 3.2K Father's Day run. I'll get a picture with you. So.
Yeah, right. Okay, so this is the Union soldier. Do you see the difference in the color of the uniform? And also, this is the Confederate
Crazy day though. It does seem we have Union artillery deploying off to the side over there. So right now it does not are prepared. Full cartridge boxes, 60 rounds. Full haversacks with 3 days rations, but no bedding. Oh goodness, look down the road. We have Union infantry taking up the field. Much fun for us. They're very efficient, easy to maneuver down roads. Not very efficient on the battlefield though. So they've displayed that colour, meaning they've put it out as it is into a battle line. On the floor of the battle line. These lads in front of us here, you notice most of their uniforms wanting yellow, and these lads still facing in our direction. In another horse or another round.
Oh, it was a...
Soldiers are going to be going out in skirmish formation, gaps between the lines spread out. Their job basically is to slow the enemy down and alert the officers that they do have an enemy to their front. So they're going not so much to And it looks as though proper the guns from their ship under the fields. The centre of the Union ring. Oh, look at that. You see that red in the centre of the Union line? If I'm not mistaken, that's a Chasseur unit. Chasseur and Zouave units. Elite soldiers. What in very fancy flamboyant uniforms because of the special training and skills that they have. That particular one is it's not as flamboyant as some uniforms. That appears to be a Chasseur unit. Oh, I know that unit. That's another New York unit. That comes out of the city of Brooklyn. That is the 14th Brooklyn. Oh, we're going to have quite a fight before us. The Confederates call those devils in red pants. They're going to fight. Never have they left the field in disorder. So if they should be defeated this day, you'll not see them just turn and run, but keep in good steady order. See who we have facing off. Far end of the Confederate line. Looks to me we have some Irish at the end of the Confederate line. There's an arrangement directly in the forefront.
That was family reunion afterwards.
Next to it, the position of holding position. It's very deadly, of course. But that side. There's a colour sergeant, and there's a Tata soldier specifically to keep the colour sergeant. To take the colours of so they're going to be watching the Confederates and they advance to far and leave their side open. You'll see the horsemen ride in. Slaughtering on the side. Their primary function is to be the eyes and the ears of the army. So looking around and watching, waiting for that opening. A company of Yankees coming around to flank the Confederates. Well, if they get around behind that fence, it's going to be very bad for our lads in grey. Goodness me, mark it just in front of the horsemen down that way. Yes, you see a few lads kneeling down in green. And it seems the officers just off to the right of the white horse, they're also in green. The distance between the lines right now is about 1,000 yards or so between the two lines. Well, the rounds can't carry that far because we're going to flank it. That's a very difficult shot. So most of these lads, I believe that firing in the dirt in front or more commonly going over the heads of the but as they approach closer, the effectiveness of their fire is going to become much, much greater. The battling distance for most of these lads, if they have a rifle musket, is going to be more up in proximity. As far as you can read the fire, it's really close to the tree of the yards. As very few of these lads have at any time target practicing. Oh, looks as though the calf is trying to get on their flank. And it's refusing the flank back up. Sheridan was in good spot. The majority of these lads are firing something in the vicinity of about a 56, 57 caliber. Honestly, I don't think a single one of these lads has any piece less than a 50 caliber. Most of them firing up this side here. That being the infield, which is a 5.77. But the Union is
got killed.
so either which way, we're trying to say that 58 caliber cross. Fire that round leaves the barrel at approximately 800 to 1,000 feet per second. And you get a hit on the top of their tail with the pass. It's not a whole hour, it's more like hour and Gibson's out there, which is a 5 shot. But again, 5 shots without a loading. Look at the technology. Ever so often, you can still use a weapon dating back to the last one. On occasion, especially when you see the occasional flip. We have an advance amongst the Union. 6 feet tall, that's the 3rd Michigan. Tall lads from up north. They're going to hold that ground, I will imagine. Space between you have to hold the Union gap, It is Father's Day, no jokes are allowed, Hillary, it's going to get hot for them as the enemy comes well within range. You see the lad running back and forth. On the rear of the line, he has a caisson. It's an ammo box, basically. With all the different shells, all with different styles of ammunition. It possibly has solid shot, large heavy cast iron ball, weighing a good several pounds based on the ball of this. Yeah, it's possibly canister, which is a hollow cannonball designed to fly over and explode directly in front or above that of the foe. Invented by a fellow by the name of Henry Shrapnel, an Englishman. His name is now taken to the point of provoking a of shards of metal poked in the front into a glass of shrapnel after Henry Shrapnel.
No, 2. But in reality, all get shot from under them, right?
Brings up that bound up to the gun. The gun must be then cleared of any spark, which you see the lad swabbing it out and warming it, making sure there's no extra debris within the bore of that gun. The round is then placed in, rammed home. The entire time is closing the vent to allow no air to get inside that bore. Nothing worse for our journeymen than to shove a live round in with a fresh bag of powder onto a lingering spark. That could be a very bad day. Also, if you watch close to the new position, you'll notice they always have their thumbs out with their round. That way, if the powder goes off prematurely, he still has his hand. And then, the pouch is then pricked with the pin, the primer shoots. The lads are then ready to fire away at that ordinary officer. On that order, they pull out a friction primer, shower its sparks into that bag. And also have that green ball. So clear just what you see is ramming it down. Is the clear to it. And they're picking and priming. Our distance, we have the Georgia Irish moving in, the Jasper Greens. It seems they've wrote the Union line directly before them. The officers continue to position as the Howler have their men flying. But a choice is being made to make the greatest effect upon their enemy to their front. They can choose to have every man fire at their own will. Fire as well. It ends up being very accurate fire, but doesn't do much to the mindset of the enemy with constant firing. The enemy soldiers can get used to that as a were, put that out of their mind, and to continue to load and shoot. So it's an effective fire, very accurate fire, but doesn't do much to the mindset of your foe. You could choose to fire by flanks, where down the line, every 2 soldiers will shoot, the next 2 soldiers will fire down the files, as it were. Makes for a very steady, constant boom, 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 boom. Inflicts some of the mindset of your foe, and is decently accurate. And usually that command is given just before firing, and so you have that rolling fire. this as the soldiers shake the trigger, oftentimes putting the rounds up over the heads. If you listen close, you might even hear at times officers yelling their men to aim low. Because again, most of these lads, they're trained soldiers, meaning they know how to march, they know how to load, but they're not trained so much on how to shoot. So thus they're told to aim low. As an untrained soldier aiming at the knees, and he yanks that trigger, bring the barrel up and put the round roughly in the chest of the target, versus if he aims at the chest, yanks that trigger, put the round 3 or 4 feet over the heads. So listen close, you may hear the officers yelling, aim low, aim low. Those devils in red pants, they've taken the fence line, it all seems. Those lads are quite unique. It's a very interesting thought process on this one. What the abolitionist? They want to go back to pagan slavery, that's the shit that's up there. That's upon the other soldiers that they fight with. On this way, if I'm not mistaken, it does look as though they have another immigrant there. I can't really make out. The middle regiment made predominantly Italian soldiers. And then the gentleman with the red blanket upon his power. Very possibly recently returned from perhaps a medical camp or something or other. The rest of us who separated from his unit and now fallen into the 14th Brooklyn. As one New York regiment does to another. That line seemed to have been drawn for the most part. Oh, the line in front of us. Ah, there is something different as well. Ah, we have a coloured soldier at the end of the Union line. Oh, now I've heard tell that the Union has just now started to allow coloured soldiers into the ranks. And it does seem that is true. We have a coloured soldier there, under arms, and a first sergeant at that. Well, that's a special gentleman as of right there. I think to carry the colours. Oh my goodness, that wonderful position there. Given the chance, we're going to try to see if we can recruit that soldier. For a coloured soldier to be under arms is the first thing, but to be given the most honourable position and carrying the colours. That's quite the soldier there, most certainly. Those lads have most certainly taken quite the risk. As I've heard tell it, the Confederates have claimed that they will not take a coloured soldier captive, that they will kill them on the spot if they should see them. Perhaps these lads don't have too much to worry about, since they're taking, at the very least, taking the things. Close into about 300 yards or so, so you notice their accuracy has picked up in that now that they've closed to that distance. The closer they get, the more effective the range, obviously. Doing what they can to care for their wounded. Hopefully these Union's taking the day, these lads will be careful. Well, ladies and gentlemen, give a cheer for your fine reenactors. They put on a great show today. When the lads take a fall, there is that slim possibility that debris might have got into the barrel. Because anything that gets in that barrel will come out, as I mentioned. So musket balls could be deadly. That is why you'll notice as the lads are firing, they are not using their ramrods, which traditionally you would have to do to fire your weapon. The bullet needs to be fully seated on the powder to fire. You use your ramrod to push it all the way down. As we're firing just black powder, as a safety concern, the lads don't use their ramrods. It's not needed. And if they accidentally forget to take it out, that ramrod is just as lethal as a musket ball. So they're not putting ramrods in the barrel, but when they take a hit and fall, actual French, you need both sides to be able to put on a good show. So at times some of the lads will actually switch from side to side to try to keep our numbers balanced as it will. And at the very least, in the evenings, we're all friends, everyone has a wonderful drink together, and we have our dances and such that we all enjoy together. That being said, we don't want to actually... give them a round of applause. Notice the selection of weapons, the French sporting carbines, the yellow trim upon their uniforms, all which note them as cavalry soldiers. Well equipped and well prepared to be the eyes and ears of the army. Both units at this point will be doing that clearing procedure. First they're going to fire off a round with powder, or are they? Looks like Union might actually be heading to camp. They'll be doing that when theirs moves. I'm not sure what they're doing. Firing a round with powder, clearing off the powder, after which they're then going to prime and fire again without gunpowder, just the percussion cap. Really see the vast difference between that. If you look close at the Confederates here, they are loading their pieces. The soldier pours it down the barrel. At this point they would ram, but again it's safety, they're not actually ramming. The weapon is then brought up, and a percussion cap, which is a metal cap with a filament of mercury contained there within, is pressed upon the cone of the weapon. That detonates upon impact, thus pulling the trigger. The hammer slams down upon that percussion cap, firing the weapon. They're going to fire it fully. Their goal is one loud boom. Let's see how well they do. And as a safety concern, they're going to be facing away to not direct that blast directly at you. And again, one loud boom. Here we go for that rolling. Well done. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Fairly good ball. They're now going to do it again with just percussion cap. It is possible that with everyone firing at the same time, that a weapon did not actually go off, and it's not noticed in the concussion of everyone around you firing. So this next round, we'll see if there's any powder residue remaining inside a barrel. This will be just the percussion cap. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, your Confederate Army, give them a round of applause. Now direct your attention over to the line blue. So again, that round is pulled out, door open, that powder is then poured down the barrel. Percussion cap then firmly placed upon the cone of the piece. When it is then returned to the shoulder, indicating that that soldier is loaded. You notice some of the soldiers did not load. They're already loaded and those remaining on the shoulder. There are a few of the sharpshooters who fire in the line, loading from each of these. Once again, as that safety concern, they're going to face away from you, so as to not direct that blast directly in your face. Very Good, ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. That was an excellent volley as well. I know they'll be firing off that.